Welcome to Real Girl Talk. I am your host, Sherry Ricard. I empower women to stand in their purpose, to succeed despite the odds stacked against them, and to live their life knowing they're enough and worthy. Join me each week for powerful messages and interviews that will inspire you to create the life that you want. Now let's go. Hello there, my friends. This is Sherry Ricard, and I'm so glad that you're back listening to the podcast. And thank you for being here. I have a special guest, Marzia Prince. And Marzia is very impressive. She's an award-winning international health and wellness expert. She is basically your go-to fitness expert. She's been on numerous TV and radio stations that include Fox News Radio, iHeartRadio, CW33, which is a channel in Dallas, Channel 8 News in Dallas, and she was named Dallas Magazine or D Magazine top trainer to follow on Instagram in 2016 and Dallas's top 10 most influential women in 2015. Besides numerous certifications in nutrition and physical fitness, she also keeps up with continuing education every single year because she wants the latest and greatest in research in the fitness industry. Welcome, Marzia.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad that you came because I have so many questions for you, girl, because, you know, I'm interested in this plant-based diet because I've tried probably, let's see, I'm in my 50s now, so I've probably been through a diet a year. So, I was one, no, maybe not that many, but I probably have been through about 50 different diets. And I have some questions, so I'll get ready because I know that our listeners probably have the same kind of questions that I do because, you know, we're always looking for, we really just want a pill that we can take that's going to make us look like you. And I looked at your website. Oh no, listen, I stalked you. I saw some of your pictures and I was like, holy cow. I mean, seriously, I think I would walk naked down the street if I looked like you. I am not kidding you. I would. And my husband would probably tell you that I'm not joking. I would walk around just nude.
My husband would love for me to.
Tell me about Plant Chics. So you're the co-owner in this company called Plant Chics. So what is Plant Chics?
So Plant Chics, we are plant-based coaches for women. So when I was just a regular personal trainer training people at the gym, I actually specialize in training women. And I love training women. I just have that connection with them. And, you know, when you said you were on all those diets, right? Like a diet a year, I'm a former yo-yo diet person over here. And what I found out through my years of training and being a health coach, that's where you go wrong as women. We look for the next diet, the next marketing book, or this, you know, I would say snake oils and pills and stuff like that, the magic pill, but it doesn't exist. It's just fancy marketing.
Right.
I tell my clients, do you want to be on your goal lifestyle or get to your goal weight? And they kind of think like, okay, I want to lose 30 pounds or 40 pounds, but, you know, fast, because we live in a society of instant gratification.
Right.
But it takes time. And then they're like, no, I think I want my goal lifestyle. So I like to help my clients think because I'm a former yo-yo dieter. I've tried every diet out there too. And it wasn't until I personally discovered a plant-based diet that it was like my aha moment. It was like, and I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't have to count calories. I didn't have to count protein. I didn't have to count macros. I didn't have to weigh my food. I didn't have to measure it.
Really?
And I was like, why isn't any more people doing this? And it was the craziest thing because I did keto, I did paleo, I did the competition diet. I've been on Atkins, and back in the day it was like Nicholas Perry cone, like the South Beach diet. Trust me, I've been on the diet roller coaster ride. So I like to tell my clients, the word diet has the word die. If you keep going from fad diet to fad diet, you're eventually probably going to die because you're just eating the wrong things over and over and over. What you want to get is on a lifestyle. So I became so passionate about this because I'm able to maintain my weight, still look good. You know, being 44, people always think I'm in my 30s. And I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
Eating ample fruits and vegetables, and it's hydrating my body. It's healing my body. Then I started going to all these conferences, and I go to the ones that are doctor, you know, where that's all Dr. Layden, okay? Because they have the latest and greatest scientific research that has numbers, stats, everything. So plant-based diets have healed diabetes, obesity, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, you name it, cancers, and it's really protective of the cells. It heals your gut microbiome because obesity is on the rise, heart disease is on the rise, and guess what? All these fad diets out there, none of them have helped it. Maybe temporarily, like keto or paleo can temporarily help you lose weight, but it's not sustainable long term. At the end of the day, we need real fruits and vegetables to heal our body. So after I found this new lifestyle, I became passionate. It cleared my acne. I used to have a lot of anxiety, just on the diet. And my mind was always worried, what am I going to eat? How am I going to eat this? Every time I ate a meal, right? And I hate that mindset of, what do I have to follow on this diet? And you have to follow it to the T. And if I didn't follow it, I was just bashing myself, or I'd have to go work out at the gym. I was punishing my body to burn the calories that I ate, because I would be on the yo-yo cycle where you're really great on a diet, and then I fell and go back to the standard American diet. Then I would try another diet, then go back to standard American.
That's me.
That's what I did. And each time I bounced back, it was like the first time I gained 10 pounds, the next time I gained 15, next time 20. And when I hit 25 pounds, and I was a trainer, okay, doing fad diets, and I was like, all right. No more. I've got to find a lifestyle. And mine was it happened medically. So I actually was a fitness competitor, and it was in my 5th year, and I was doing the high animal protein diet, which is considered now keto or paleo type. And bodybuilders have been doing that since the 70s and 80s, since Arnold Schwarzenegger back in those days. So I did that diet for so long, it gave me kidney stones. It landed me in the hospital 3 different times. And that doesn't sound that bad, but they had to laser my kidney stones because they were so big. And they were like,
now, is that because you were taking in so much protein or fat or both?
Protein. Because when you diet down for stage, a lot of it's high animal protein, moderate fat, very low carb. So, I was following it. At the time, my body looked great. But then your metabolism starts working against itself, and the body it'll tell you signs. Mine were kidney stones and cystic acne. And I was so embarrassed because I had all these acne things, these big cystic, knots on my face that were like big as a dime. And it's very embarrassing when you're a fitness model and you have to show up to a photo shoot and they're expecting this beautiful fit girl, and here she comes in with all this cystic acne on her face.
Oh my goodness.
That was my first sign, was my acne. The second was my kidney stones. And then after the 3rd time being in the hospital, they sent me to a registered dietitian. They said, I think you have an eating disorder. I said, what? And it hit me. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, well, it's like Atkins, but cleaner. Because Atkins people eat bacon and cheese. You're not eating bacon and cheese. You're having organic, grilled chicken breasts with broccoli. And it's a cleaner version of Atkins. And I was like, I guess so. They were like, it was super, low carb, very high protein. And that much high protein is giving you personally kidney stones.
Wow.
So they said, let me send you to a registered dietitian. And this was 9 years ago. So they sent me to a dietitian. I meet with her, and she gives me, this is funny, I've never heard of the vegan diet. I knew what a vegetarian was. She gives me this paper and says, here you go. And I look at it, and she goes, do this for 30 days and we'll check your blood work. And then you let me know how your kidney stones and how you feel. And I looked at it, and the top it said vegan diet, and I was like, and I said, what's a vegan diet? I call it a vegan. And she's like, vegan. And she goes, don't let the name scare you, but we're going to take out the animal products and we're going to add more fruits and vegetables, because it's going to help you, with your blood work and your blood liver enzymes and all this stuff. So all this stuff was going on. I had this C-reactive protein marker in my blood. And I used to have really good cholesterol. My cholesterol was actually changing. So I'm like, it was kind of scary. And she's like, this is an indicator for heart disease. And I'm like, oh my God, now you're really scaring me. She goes, well, long term, yes. She knew I was a fitness competitor. I told her my story. So she was like, temporarily, it can make you look good. But for life, it's about health. It's not about what you look like. Yeah. And that was the epiphany. At 15 years of being a trainer, probably the first 6 or 7, I was more about aesthetically with the body. Then from that point on until now, it was more about, oh my God, it's about healing the body, what I put in my body, nourishing it, and making sure I'm adding years to my life, not living till I'm 60 on medication, and then for 20 years and dying at 75, really living at 90, like Jack LaLanne, who was juicing, and He died at 93, and and he was still lived a very full life. He wasn't on medication. He died, like he had pneumonia, and he was like 93 or something, and then died. But he was going up to the gym until then. Like he lived a long, full life. And I'm like,
and is that what he was doing? He's like a plant-based diet?
He was mainly plant-based. So at the end of the day, when I started going to all these conferences and listening to all the research out there, I went to the Plantrition Project, and these are doctors that, they're for responsible medicine. They're going to prescribe a lifestyle over pills. Okay. They say plants over, in that whole world, it's plants over pills. Let's prescribe you, let's eliminate the processed food and this and get you to a good place. And then we'll give you pills. So it's called Physicians for Responsible Medicine. And, I was like so enamored and just blown away by this whole lifestyle I had not even discovered. And I was like, where has this been? And most people want to say vegan, but it's not really about vegan, because vegan is ethical. Okay. And plant-based is nutritional. I went because I had a health issue with the kidney stones and acne. And that was my indicator saying, like in your body, just like a car, your empty light comes on,
right.
You got to get gas. Same thing. My body was having this acne and the kidney stones, and that was the indicator something's going on. That's your light of your body. As soon as I was on a plant-based diet for 30 days, just 30 days, and what was crazy is she gives me the stuff, I look at it, and I'm scared to eat fruit, okay? I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get fat. Fruit's going to make me fat. Like, I was scared to eat carbohydrates. I was scared to eat fruit. I'm like, where am I going to get my protein? I had all these questions.
Right.
And educated on it. She says, I promise you, as we go through this process, you will feel better. You'll heal your body. And sure enough, my cystic acne went away. Here I am 9 years later. I haven't had cystic acne since. I haven't had kidney stones since.
Wow.
And I feel better. I can eat as much as I want and manage my weight. I don't have to fear fruit or, fruit, sugar, and be scared, because I didn't realize as a personal trainer, when you're going through your journey, I think every health coach goes through their journey. And you just get better, the more you're into it. If you're doing your certifications and education and conferences, you just get better and better and better, and you learn more stuff. Because I do like to stay up with the latest research and what's going on, because the health industry changes, the medical industry changes. I mean, everything is changing. On even the social media industry, changes.
Right.
So it's like you got to keep up with that. But when I discovered it, I was like, I've got to tell more people about it. And the plant-based movement is growing. And so when people come to me, they're like, I don't think I can go vegan. And it's like, well, it's not about going vegan. It's about eliminating all these copious amount of animal products, minimizing it, and eating more fruits and vegetables. It's really going back.
So let me ask you this. Do you eat any animal products, or just strictly vegetables and fruit?
No, so I do not eat any animal products. So I kind of went into the lifestyle. At first, I was raw vegan for 9 months, loved it. But as soon as winter hit and it was cold, I'm like, I need a hot soup. I just went regular vegan, eliminate animal products. I really wanted to see my blood work, how my body was going to do. My cholesterol wasn't horrible. It was like 168. But now that I've lived this plant-based lifestyle, it's 130. And I don't know if you know this. So if your cholesterol total numbers is 150 and below, you're heart attack proof. Nobody in the history of this world has had a heart attack with cholesterol under 150. But if you are between 150 to 199, which they say is like a yellow zone, like that's okay. 99.9 people have had strokes, heart attack, and heart disease.
Wow.
So FYI, anything over 151, you are susceptible to in the future, maybe getting a stroke, heart attack, or heart disease. So you really want to keep cholesterol under 150. And everybody who I've helped on a plant-based diet, it's not really about aesthetically what you look like. I'm like, go take your blood work or get your gut microbiome checked, and then check it 30 days later, 60, 90 days later. It depends. I mean, a year later, if you want to do your blood work, and do the comparisons, because the proof is in the pudding. It's in your blood, not what you look like outside. I think the outside is just a side effect when you have your nutrition under control. Because at the end of the day, I always tell my clients, I'm like, it's really basic. It's about eating more fruits and vegetables. So I eat fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains. Let's see, what else? It's just like, I feel like there's a variety of foods I can eat.
Do you eat eggs?
No, I don't eat eggs. I don't do any animal products.
None at all.
No eggs, no cheese. Let's see, no meats, none of that stuff. So I eliminate that. Started eating more fruits and vegetables. And really, when you eat plant-based, you just eat till you're full. You're eating lots of fiber as well. Right now, do you know only 3% of the U.S. is getting enough fiber? 3%.
Wow.
And if you don't garden your gut with enough fruits and vegetables, again, you're on your way to chronic illnesses and diseases.
And
So
what's the name of that book? WTF?
WTF, where's the
Where's
fiber?
the fiber?
And I told Jackie, because she's my partner, co-founder of Plant Chics with me, and we help women rock out with the broc out.
I know, I saw that. That was cute.
We want to have fun, because I feel like too, I'm just being a personal trainer. I love coaching. I love keeping health and fitness fun, because sometimes it can be very stressful for my client. When a client comes to me, they're at their lowest point, or maybe a low point in their life. They're like, what do I do? They've tried a million diets, a million workouts, and I have to and I know what to do for them, but they have to be open to receive it and willing to change. At the end of the day, it really isn't about a workout and a diet. It is about nourishing and healing and having an open mindset and changing bad, I would say, unhealthy behaviors, because a lot of us I've had many unhealthy behaviors in the past, but I've changed these behaviors and it didn't happen overnight. It's like you pick one and you work on it, right? And when I got obsessed with nutrition, at first I was obsessed with working out. It was all about the body and looking good. And I was eating like a garbage can, back in those days. I could eat anything. Back when I was eating cheeseburgers and French fries and Cokes and margaritas, and boom, I would still look good because I worked out. Then fast forward, it was catching up with me. And then I started doing fitness competitions. I eliminated fast food. And then I started eating nothing but whole foods, but lots of copious amounts of meats and fish and eggs with a little bit of fruits and vegetables and lots of healthy fat. And it didn't do me, obviously, any good, because I ended up getting kidney stones, acne. So my body was like, I don't like this diet. But when I ate plant-based, I'm like, ding! I don't have to worry about anything. My blood work is great. I'm never at the doctor's. I'm never sick, ever sick, which is crazy. Wow. Before I was sick once or twice a year. Now I don't even remember the last time I was sick. It's like the craziest thing. So yeah, It's like you're always healing your body. I always tell my clients, WTF, look at your plate and go, WTF, where's the fiber?
Where's the fiber?
That's what you're looking on your plate. You want to eat the rainbow of fruits and vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains. As long as your healthy fats and your proteins are attached to fiber, it's going to heal your gut. Say, for instance, meat has no fiber. Eggs doesn't have fiber. Fish doesn't have fiber. Okay? A lot of people are eating these foods. So when 3% of America are eating either processed foods or these high animal protein diets with little amounts of fruits and vegetables and super high fat. A lot of the fats are like, coconut oil, olive oil. Guess what? Newsflash, there is no fiber in that. No fiber. It's better to eat your fat from foods that have fiber. Avocado has fiber, chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds. These are healthy fats that have fiber. Nuts, again, another healthy fat that has fiber. Most people are doing olive oil. That's so expensive in calories. It's like 1 or 2 tablespoons. It's healthier for you to eat, say, instead of olive oil, it's healthier to eat nuts or chia seeds or, sun butter,
right.
100%, real sun butter. But a lot of people, they don't know that. They're like, well, so-and-so said it was healthy. And there's no fiber. So if you're having like a steak or maybe grilled chicken breast with some coconut oil or olive oil, and then just low glycemic berries on the side or whatever they're doing, there's hardly any fiber in that. And if you have less than 15 grams of fiber a day, again, chronic illnesses and diseases. And a lot of people are starting to accept these chronic illnesses and diseases as normal. Like, I have high blood pressure. I've had it for 20 years. I'm like, that's not normal. It's your body's little indicator, like a car light, like, excuse me, it's inflammation going, bing, 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 bing.
Right.
But they have a pill to mask it, which the pill will help them manage it. But pretty soon, the pill's like a Band-Aid. The Band-Aid's going to come off, and guess what? All hell will break loose. And then most people don't find time for health, but when it comes to illness, you're going to have to find time for illness. When you're sick, you have cancer, you're like in the hospital, you have to make that time. Nothing takes first place except for your health when it comes to that time. Right. And most people don't want to do the small stuff. And I tell them when my clients come to me, do you want your goal weight or your goal lifestyle? Because your goal lifestyle, I can help you with behaviors, the mindset. And when I give you that, we'll piecemeal it. And it's all at your own pace. And then we're adding more fruits and vegetables. And I tell my ladies, I have 3 types of ladies because they're always like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do 100%. I'm like, you don't have to be 100%. It's about progress, not perfect. I'm not here to put
is that what you do? Is that what you do? You add, so if you're, say you're just someone that's just I call them a normal eater, probably a normal eater means bad eater, but and you want to switch to a plant-based, that's not something that you would just, okay, that's it, I'm going plant, give me the broccoli, because I personally hate broccoli. So, you know, I don't know what I would eat on a plant-based diet, to tell you the truth, because I'm horrible. Like, don't give me celery, don't give me broccoli. So I'm sitting there thinking in my head, what the heck am I going to eat? But in actuality, I love most fruits. And, you know, and of course, a lot of people will tell you that, I don't know, is corn considered a vegetable now? Everything changes, and a tomato is now a fruit. So I can't keep up with the, you know, what happened to the food groups that we learned in elementary school with the pyramid. It's all changed now. You know?
Doesn't, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't exist. Everything has changed. But I can help you with that. I can help anybody who's listening to that, because guess what? One size does not fit all. What works for me may not work for you. So we have to find what works for you. We have to find out what you do like. I mean, back in the day, I didn't like Brussels sprouts. Now I love Brussels sprouts, but I don't like them steamed. They have to be prepared a certain way, and I like them. So it's all about finding things that you like, but it's also working with you, eliminating some bad behaviors, adding some good ones. Also on a plant-based diet, you don't want to just go from 0 to 60 because you're incorporating more fiber. And with fiber, people get gassy, and they're like, oh my God, I got gas. And I'm like, you're probably eating too much fiber. You have to let your stomach adjust. You have to add it slowly. There's phases. So if you're a beginner and you're limiting processed food or maybe heavy amounts of meat, and you're trying to add more fruits and vegetables, there's like a little segue that we kind of show you what to do so that you're not bending over and you have to go get Beano and you're like, oh my God, my stomach, because there is a process of adjustment. Your microbiome in your stomach is accustomed to one thing that you're feeding it. And if you're changing it, then it's like, oh, what's going on? Because right now, think about it. Are you feeding your good bacteria or your bad bacteria? And then it goes, and there's all this bacteria in our gut and all these colonies everywhere. Some are good and some are bad, right? And some work good together and some work, bad together. And if you say like sugar, having refined sugar, you have these little bacteria that are starving for sugar and it wants it. As soon as you eliminate sugar, those little bacteria are starving and they want it. They're like, oh my God. So you have to go through this detox period to starve out the bad bacteria so you're not craving. I mean, there's so many chemical reactions with sugar. I think sugar, to me, not with fruit, I'm saying refined sugar, like candies and cookies and stuff like that, that is one of the worst legal drugs available to us. It really is. I mean, it's the craziest thing. Fruit sugar is fine as long as it's
yeah, but it's Christmas, so we're gonna have all those legal drugs at every office party, every gathering. So what do you do if I'm on a plant-based diet and I'm walking into this awesome Christmas party that has all these legal drugs laying on the table? What tips can you give somebody in the holidays that they want to start? Maybe they don't want to start the plant-based just from 0 to 60. They want to gradually incorporate it, and they're decided they're going to do it December 1st, which is tomorrow, and they want to get started, but now they have all these holiday parties. So what are a couple of tips that you would suggest to those people?
So first off, if you know you have a holiday party coming up, it's going to be on your calendar. Make sure you plan, okay? Remember, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, that whole quote. Yeah. So say there's a party and you're like, oh no, there's going to be all this food. And I'm always one, like, don't deny yourself. If you want something, go have it. Just don't have it in excess. What I usually do is eat an apple. If you eat an apple before you go, or eat a snack like hummus and some veggies or whatever, just eat something little so when you go there, you don't out. Because if you go there hungry, then you're going to be shoveling that stuff in your face. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm like, oh my God, that's there. It's like calling my name if I'm not satisfied. So an apple has fiber. You can have any fruit. It can be truly any fruit. I like an apple. I feel like it sustains me and it's light in my stomach. It has fiber and it's breaking down. Like a banana goes through me faster, an apple stays with me a little longer. So you can do these things when you play around with your body on a plant-based diet. But if you go to a party, that way it's in your stomach, and then you go to your party and have a good time. Next one, if there's like a crudité dish, with like fruits and vegetables, eat some of that while you eat some of the bad stuff too, right? I mean, say
Yeah.
you want to have some of your bad stuff, like, oh, there's a brownie. I've always wanted that peppermint Christmas brownie right there. That
Right.
looks good. Just don't eat a huge amount of it. I don't believe our body needs a whole entire serving of it, like a platter. Just get a small piece and really eat it slowly and savor it. Just make sure you drink water, because whether you eat something that's filled with sodium or with sugar, hydrate. You want to make sure you super hydrate and just flush the stuff out.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, you want to enjoy it. Like, I'm all about it too. And like, I mean, I'll have a glass of champagne here. Sometimes they have little vegan treats. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to have that. But I
Right.
do in moderation. And I know that when I'm done, because it's going to cause inflammation. These foods cause inflammation temporarily. I mean, we don't see it like we say somebody eats a cheeseburger, cause inflammation. We don't see the results right away from that. But going through the holidays, which the average weight gain is 7 to 10 pounds. If you're going from party to party to party to party, eating cheeseburgers and peppermint brownies and cookies and all kinds of stuff, by the time New Year's comes, you've created so much inflammation in your body. And then you're on that yo-yo diet, and like, I'm that New Year's resolution person that's
Right.
probably going to stay on till March and quit, So
Right.
you want a lifestyle out of these choices. So when February comes and you've been doing great, that even you're having like your chocolate for, on Valentine's Day, have a piece of chocolate on Valentine's Day in moderation, but always counteract it with eating fruits and vegetables, because it's always about balance. I mean, I don't believe in being all or nothing. That's just ridiculous. Nobody can live like that. I mean,
Well, and nobody's going to stick to it. That's the thing.
Wow.
I mean, I think if you deprive yourself of everything that you see all over the place, and you're going to a nice restaurant and, you want to have that, you want to have fish, or you want to have chicken, or you want to have that dessert, or whatever it is. Maybe it's your anniversary, it's your birthday. I'm going to eat my birthday cake.
Right.
I'm not going to deprive myself of birthday cake. But I think that, I'm an all or nothing kind of person. I'm either all in or I'm all out. I know. And so I have to learn to do the moderation and incorporate the right stuff with the legal drugs. I'm going to start calling it a legal drug.
It is a legal drug. My goodness, it is a legal drug. Yes.
If I call it a legal drug, those cookies and brownies, then I won't touch it, because I'll be like, oh my gosh, it's a drug. I can't have that.
It's so funny. I used to be a sugar addict, so I know. And I'm like, it was a legal drug. Now it's kind of crazy, since I've been living my plant-based lifestyle, and I have vegan treats that are healthier, and I use healthier sugars. So now when I taste stuff that I used to love, like Reese's Buttercups and Skittles and all that stuff I used to eat, it almost tastes so artificial. I'm like, ew, I can't believe I used to like this, because I've been conditioning myself to go for fruits and vegetables and nice cream, like bananas. Instead of ice cream, you can freeze bananas and make nice cream. So I've been trying. I always tell my clients, don't give up the things you love, eat it in moderation, or find the things that you do love and try to make a healthier option of it. You can still make Reese's Buttercups, and you can make them healthier and less processed, less chemicals, less preservatives. You can make that. Or if you're just splurging and you really want a Reese's Buttercup, then go have it, right?
Right.
If you put these restrictions on yourself, you're going to be in this cage and you can't get out of it. If you have guidelines, I would say soft guidelines, and you live by these soft guidelines, you're going to have balance. You'll be able to have your cake and eat it too, and live lifestyle. And I always tell people, like, it's once you get your mindset right, the body will come with it, because everyone focuses on the aesthetic outside, and really it's about the inside. And when you do these small daily behaviors, just making small choices like waking up and drinking water, and then having a healthy smoothie for breakfast instead of like bacon and eggs, just small changes. Maybe on the weekend you splurge, you know what I mean? And have your pancakes or something. It's about, having these moderations. And I wouldn't say, like, people always have these cheat days and cheat meals. I don't even do that anymore. It's like, if I'm going to treat, I'm going to have a treat. You know what I mean?
Right.
I had to wait till Friday night to eat that. Like, that, to me, again, it's one of those, you put yourself in a cage, and then I'll be looking forward to that all week until Friday. And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Well, and that's not healthy either, because then I think you've developed a really bad relationship with food, because you have your emotional eaters, you have your stress eaters, and then you have those that, it's food on the brain until Friday. And I don't think that can last. Really, if you're not eating anything other than what you're supposed to be eating, and you're not really enjoying it, and all you're thinking about is Friday, you're going to throw down on, chips and salsa and margaritas, then I just don't think you can sustain that. I mean, I know I've never been able to, be able to
No.
sustain that day where I get to eat. It just doesn't make good sense to me.
It made me a binge eater back in the day because I would be so clean, and then I get there and I would binge. It was like my last supper, So not
I can see where that would make somebody be a binge eater and then develop a disorder. I mean, whether you're overeating or undereating, it's all a disorder, right? I mean, it's in the mind, and then it affects your body. And like you said, it can affect your skin, and it affects your health, and you have to pay attention to your body. So what do you do I know you're in Dallas, so you're based in Dallas and you have a lot of local clients, but I know you have clients that are elsewhere. So how can a client that, I'm in Louisiana. So how would a client in Louisiana or Florida or California benefit from your coaching long distance like the Dallas girls can?
Correct. So basically online coaching, we have a community, and community is what makes us. So we train only women. So it's open to women, but we have a closed group, and then we have our open Facebook groups. So our closed group, we have, one-on-one, we do Facebook Lives. If you want more personal coaching, like personal one-on-one catered to you, then we do that separately. That's a Skype call or a phone call. But if you just want to peep in, we have 3 types of Plant Chics. We have our part-time Plant Chics. They're doing halfway, right? They're kind of doing the normal life, and they're curious about ours, and they're kind of learning. We have the people that are just plant curious. They're just in the group peeping, right? So they're just plant curious. And then we have our plant-based pros. These girls they love the lifestyle, they're living it, but they need community because a lot of people around them are not eating that way. So we created this community called the Plant Chics Tribe. And then if you don't know, the longest living tribes in the world live to 100. So the Plant Chics created this tribe because we want to live to 100. So we have this tribe, and it's a private group, so you can request on Facebook to join the Plant Chics Tribe. We'll let obviously accept you in there, and it's all about education, teaching, and learning. Because a lot of times people are like, what is this all about? Where do I go? How do I start? So we answer those questions in there. And sometimes, we have these basic programs, so it helps you understand what a plant. We have our cellular cleanse, which is more of like a detoxing with the cells. It reduces inflammation. We have a WTF, where's the fiber program. So it teaches you how to eat more fiber and focus on fiber instead of proteins and carbs and stuff like that. And that way you can get a base. And then last but not least, we have our personal private coaching. And those are a little bit more expensive one-on-one because it's catered to you. So we specifically do it for the client. And they're the ones playing a little more hand-holding because they're really at a loss. Like I said, a lot of clients come to us and they're at a low point and they've tried 50 diets and they're like, what do I do? And we're here to take them off the diet and put them on a lifestyle.
That's wonderful. So how can somebody find you if they're interested in any of those areas in Plant Chics? How can they find you?
Well, you can go to plantchics.com, and on social media we have Instagram and Facebook, and it's Plant Chics, but it's spelled PLANTCHIC because people want to add the K and it's not. We're Plant Chic, Plant Chics, but I can always say we're Plant Chic from the beach to the streets.
I love all of your little sayings.
You know what? I'm like a natural, some people are funny. I'm just not funny. I'm a goofball. Like I get real goofy. So everybody in the group, they're like, either they love me or they don't know how to take me. They're like, what is up with her?
I know, it's like your little saying with broccoli. It's like, I don't even like broccoli, but I want to like broccoli so I can say your sayings.
Rock out with your broc out.
I know, I can't rock out with the broc out if I don't eat broccoli, so it makes me want to eat broccoli.
Oh, hey, you can rock out with your guac out. You like guac, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I love it. The problem is I like it with my chips. Hey, I'm
not saying you can't have it. I mean, I've been there, done that too. I love me some chips. Have you ever had siete chips?
I haven't.
Oh my God, those are so good. You got to be careful because I can eat the entire bag of siete chips.
See? Yeah, you can't give me something and tell me it's healthy because I'll eat the whole bag.
No, I'm with you. There's certain things I can't keep in my house unless I know I'm going to splurge. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like a bag of siete chips and some creamy, spicy cashew queso. So I go get that and that's dinner. So you know what?
Well, Marzia, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, I think it's awesome. I mean, I know I learned a lot, so I know people listening have learned a lot. So make sure that you go follow Marzia Prince on Instagram, Plant Chics on Instagram, and also their website, plantchics.com. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And guys, I just want to remind you, I'm going to make a short little announcement. that if you want to be a part of Create Your Life Vision Board workshop, the tickets went on sale on Cyber Monday and they are selling fast. I know the workshop's not till January the 19th. However, the early bird price only lasts till December 21st, and people are taking advantage of that now. And unfortunately, the seats are limited. I'm only having a small group for this workshop so we can set our intentions and focus and have clarity for our vision boards for 2019. So make sure you go to sherryricard.com and you can click on the Create Your Life Vision Board Workshop picture image on the homepage. It'll take you straight to the Eventbrite invitation and you can reserve your seat now. So until next week, I want you to keep your encouragement tank full, your faith in God, and step out of your comfort zone and just create a wonderful life. God bless. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much, Marzia.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Have a great day.
Bye.